filming?
What are you filming?
What kind of credentials?
I don't know. Whatever a filmmaker would have. Well, they would have credentials.
Go to like a Kinko's and print up business cards?
Well, you could, I guess.
That's a... So, and you accept that as good? That's what I mean.
You just want to be argumentative. That's
no, not at all. I'm asking you questions. You're asking questions, I'm asking questions.
No,
that's not argumentative. You want to see me be argumentative?
How's it going, guys? Watching the Watchman here, out with Amagansett Press here in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, and today we're at a state health and human services type of facility. Not sure exactly what's in there, but we'll get a look in a second. And as usual, we're going to take some video here on public property and see if the folks here respect our First Amendment right to do so. So here's a security alert. So they do have security here. This looks like this is the State Department of Health and Welfare. So far, no issue. The security guard hasn't said anything, but we just got here, so time will tell if he is going to say something. What are you filming?
Come again?
What are you filming? I saw you with your phone there.
Yeah, I was taking film of you guys.
So why's that?
Because why are you filming this building?
Well, you can't answer a question with a question. What are you filming?
I just told you, YouTube.
Okay, so I'm filming you.
Right, but why are you filming the building?
So, does it matter? Does it make a difference?
Yeah. Well, security reasons. You know, there's a lot of shady people. They stalk out an area for a while, and they go in at night. You know.
Have you had that happen here?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, we have vandals all the time.
You've had people come here and photograph the building during the day and then come back at night and vandalize it?
I don't know if they came during the day.
Oh, well.
I can't be out here all the time.
I tend to stick to things that are actually happening and not subjective.
Oh, yeah.
Possibilities.
I can't be out here all the time. I can't see everybody that passes by. So,
I'd agree with that.
You know, I'm just kind of wondering. It's just odd.
Is it?
Yeah. You come up and film a building.
Why is that odd?
But you guys, architects, you guys.
I guess you're not a photographer. You don't take video or pictures or.
No.
That's why it's odd to you. I think it's odd to be a security guard.
Okay.
All right. But like I said, very subjective.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So no, we're just getting a little video from out here on the street here, and then we're just going to take a walk around the building, check the rest of the building out.
Okay. Any particular reason, or you just photographers?
Well, I don't do anything without a reason.
Well, that's pretty interesting thing to say.
Is it?
So why would you film this building?
Why do you jump to, well, I guess that's part of the security guard mentality. You just jump to think people are doing something wrong right away.
Well, when you say you don't do anything for a reason.
Let me ask you a question.
And you're doing this for a reason.
Do you want to have a conversation?
Obviously. Well, you can't interrupt me when I'm asking a question.
I can. You can.
Well, you can.
You can interrupt me too if you want.
You know, that's not how a conversation goes.
Okay. Well, you have your badge turned around there, so I don't even know who I'm talking to.
Sorry.
There you go. Appreciate that.
No problem.
At least I know you're probably a real guard now.
Still don't know if you're a real photographer, but you know, hey,
well,
where's your credentials?
That'll be debated for.
Yeah, you got any credentials?
Do I have any credentials?
Yeah, you know, saying that you're a photographer.
What kind of credentials?
I don't know. Whatever a filmmaker would have. Nah, I didn't think so.
Well, no, where would a photographer get credentials from? I mean,
I don't know.
that's an interesting thing
The
to say.
press, there's, oh my gosh, so many different organizations out there.
What do you mean, like a press pass?
No, not like press pass, like photographers, you know. You got paparazzis, you know, they're good.
Well, most paparazzis are freelance working for themselves.
Right.
So they wouldn't have credentials. What credentials?
Well, they would have credentials.
Go to like a Kinko's and print up business cards?
Well, you could, I guess.
That's a... So, and you accept that as good? That's what I mean.
You just want to be argumentative. That's
no,
fine.
no, not at all. I'm asking you questions. You're asking questions, I'm asking questions.
No,
that's not argumentative. You want to
I
see
don't
me be
even know
argumentative?
I don't even know why.
Do you want to see me be argumentative? I can do that very easily.
You are.
Well, that's, again, very subjective.
It's not subjective. Whatever, dude.
Yeah.
You guys have fun filming.
All righty. You have a good day. Appreciate you.
Sure.
So let's go take a look around.
Yeah. Well, you guys saw how that went. I wasn't trying to be rude to that guy, but wasn't really being all that friendly, so kind of get what you give, and is what it is. And like AP was saying, if we just tell him right off the bat exactly what we're doing, he's gonna pretend like he respects our rights when in reality he might not if we hadn't told him. So got to keep the element of surprise a little bit. Yeah.
It's a pretty cool little setup. He's had people come here before, video during the day, and then come back at night and vandalize the place. Why would you come video this place to facilitate you coming back at night and vandalizing it? That doesn't even make sense. You need a map to vandalize the property? And for those of you security guards out there watching, take notes, because you know, when you come out with BS, you're going to get BS back from me. And from most people. We hit a cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
Must be like the employee lunch smoking recreation area. So that ends here. It's great to see big trees again.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've been anywhere with big trees.
Yeah. Without big trees. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing well, thank you. And these are some pretty, what would you say? It's probably 60 feet, 60, 70 feet. Pacific Northwest. Can you consider Idaho the Pacific Northwest?
Yeah, northern Idaho. I think that's considered part of it.
Cool.
Yeah, first time in the Pacific Northwest.
That was great. You're like, you can't answer a question with a question. People tend to do that.
Yeah, well, I asked him why he was filming us, and he just says, "Why are you filming?"
Yeah, and that's another. He comes out, takes our pictures, which is perfectly fine, and then wants to have a conversation.
Yeah.
So why don't you come out and have the conversation first? Was he afraid we were going to run away once the conversation started? But in all seriousness, guys, you know, he is security here, and I don't know, if I was a security guard, I get the whole, you know, it's your job to make sure the place is secure.
Yeah, guys, you know, we understand as a security guard him coming out and politely asking what we're doing or whatever, but you know, when you come to demand answers out of people, and then you saw the way he was being, I mean.
You want to check out the signs on the front door?
Yeah, sure.
He's going to think we're coming in. Not yet. Let's see, so on this door we have welfare, food stamps, Medicaid, developmental disabilities, community resource assistance, health coverage assistance, and same hours, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Cool. Hey, maybe I'll vandalize that spot. That might be a good spot.
Oh, security guard parking. So this must be his spot.
Yeah, that's
here.
great. That's beautiful for him, because then he can go, not us, but he can piss somebody off, and then they know which car is his.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So here you have fingerprinting and behavioral health. Same hours again.
That's crazy. I didn't even notice that.
What's
the like tree in the parking lot.
Yeah.
They built around it.
That's cool they did that.
Yeah.
There's just a woman in the window staring at me. All right, hopefully you guys have commented by now. Let's go inside and take a look. My vote is oh, here he comes. So you know what I decided I'm going to do for you because you seem like a nice guy? No, seriously, before, I don't want to give you a hard time, but before I leave,
yes,
I will explain to you exactly what we're doing. And then
well, that's all I was asking, man.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
I mean, I didn't want you guys to be dicks about it. I wasn't trying to be a dick either.
No, and I'm not trying to be. That's why I'm telling you. When we're getting ready to leave, I'll find you and I'll explain exactly what we're doing to you.
Right on.
Fair enough?
Yeah, just, you can go inside.
All right, cool. Appreciate you, man.
You bet.
Well, we'll see how the people that work here feel about that.
Yeah.
How many of you got it right?
At least security knows it's good.
Well, he probably made a phone call.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Essentially, yes, you can. So
I just got informed.
in-home caregiver, you go.
So all this says is if you have any symptoms, not to come in. Nothing about face coverings or any of that. So after you, Mr. Watchman, sir.
Thank you.
Criminal history fingerprinting is one.
I think I'm gonna need just a minute here.
No, you're good, you're good, you're good. Why are you filming?
Sorry?
Why are you filming?
Why am I filming? Why are you here?
I'm here to get help.
Here to film?
You're here to you're here to get help?
No, I'm here to do what I do and mind my own business.
Just fill me in. Have you got a YouTube channel or?
Well, I'm really not at liberty to have a conversation about what I'm doing right now. I'm kind of working in the middle of something.
Well, that's not fair. I'm sitting here being on camera and you guys are recording this
Well,
conversation.
you weren't on camera until you started speaking to me. I was filming the screen up here. You pulled my camera in your direction.
Hey, the only thing is
Yes, sir.
if they're up there talking and they might be giving their personal information,
Yeah, I'm
social
not interested
security
in anybody's
numbers
personal
and stuff
information.
like that.
I'm not
just don't
interested in
record
it.
them.
The only thing I would say to you about, again, I'm really not interested in anybody's personal information. That's not what I'm about. But if somebody is going to discuss their personal information verbally out in the public lobby, maybe they should be taken into a private office somewhere.
We can't
Yeah, well.
because of COVID, and they don't let them go into any rooms anymore. They used to take them in the back.
Oh, really?
But now they have to do it out here.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's odd.
Kind of sucks because everything echoes in here and
Yeah.
you get everybody's information.
Public, well, I'm not interested in any of that. I can assure you.
Hey, Thomas.
It's a nice building. It's very Pacific Northwesty. Is that a word?
Yeah, we just pulled it. Yeah. I know.
Public information pamphlets are behind the counter there.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised they have all that stuff back there. That should be out in the lobby.
Yeah.
Restricted access. Visitors, please sign in. What's restricted access? Like hopping over the counter?
It's probably one of those counters that like. No, it's not
It's
either.
got a bottom. Yeah, that's weird.
I don't know.
Interview in progress. Please do not disturb. So somebody must be getting interviewed, right? I mean, really, that's what they should do. If you're going to be discussing your personal, especially the health department, medical information, you should be in a private area. You should be given access to a private area. Somebody in Station 8's having a bad day. Locking all the doors. They think we're going to try to get in the doors. And as you guys know, we don't go into any restricted areas, not interested. And here you go. Don't worry, we see you. This lobby's monitored by closed circuit video. So good, people know they're on video out here.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, that's actually the only camera we have in the building.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, see, you shouldn't tell people that. Right?
Well, you guys are the ones with the camera, so you know more about cameras than I do.
Well, you know what? And honestly, just to have the conversation with you, people should realize when you're in a public setting, you're being video. You're on video at the gas station. I mean, like everywhere you go these days. Right. So if
Yeah.
anybody's worried, I'm the kind of person that if I have private things, I leave them at home. I don't take them out into public.
Right.
So if you have private,
Unfortunately, in here, it's just not, it's not possible.
it's
So-
possible somebody just made the arbitrary decision not to use the interview rooms anymore.
Well, they took them out. This whole place has just been remodeled.
Well, but you have all these interview rooms.
So there's the two, but they're just doing phone calls.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So somebody made that decision, but
Yeah.
I think that's foolish because especially the health department, people need to be comfortable in a private setting to be able to discuss their personal information. You shouldn't have to yell your social security number out in a public lobby.
No.
And then, that then takes your issue of privacy and infringes it on somebody else because that could restrict what I'm doing because you're out here violating your own privacy.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
kind of.
Yeah.
In a roundabout way.
Right, so I don't think it should, I don't think it should restrict what we're doing. I'll tell you, what, since we're standing here, I'll tell you exactly what we're doing. We're doing a First Amendment audit.
Okay.
Are you familiar with what that is?
The First Amendment?
First Amendment audit.
I don't know about
Good,
that.
I love the virgin guys that don't know what's going on, because then we can explain it to you, and it'll help you, it'll really help you as a guard in the future. So, what we do is we go to publicly accessible areas of public places and exercise our right to take video and photographs.
Okay.
And find out if that right is being protected and upheld by the staff and security at the facility, or if the staff and security will try to violate our rights and try to tell us we're not allowed to take video and photographs. But hopefully maybe a takeaway from today is just keep a little bit of a wider view and don't have any assumptions about what people are doing.
Well, my thing is, and this is what my boss taught me when I got into security.
Okay.
Your customer service. Your customer service before you're a guard.
Okay.
And so when I went out to talk to you guys, it's just I noticed you were filming me and the building, and I'm like, well, they just did all the filming of because they replaced some of the concrete and stuff like that. I'm like, well, these aren't the construction guys.
Right.
And I'm like, maybe they're planning on something else.
Right. No, it makes sense. But you know what? I'll also tell you, you got to look at the flip side of things a lot. And I can't tell you how many times a security guard, we've been doing this for a long time, security guard, police officer approach us being the friendliest guy in the world. And then all of a sudden when he gets the information he needed, the whole thing turns. So I try not to hand you that.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's kind
I try to make you earn it.
No, you did.
Yeah.
All right, man. I'll
All right,
let you
buddy.
guys.
Appreciate you.
Thanks.
I don't know. My boss called,
Okay.
and he said he doesn't want you guys in there unless you're going to sign up.
Plus we're going to sign up.
Yeah, like for one
See,
of
but
the.
that's one of those things where if you had a different boss might invite us to go in there. So there's subjectivity again. So
Yeah.
what we do
the
is
only thing that made me think twice is after I said, yeah, go in and film and stuff, and then I was like, well, shit, people are in there giving
Well, I'll tell you what
their
the deal is.
information out.
Well, they can
you
whisper,
put it
I'm
on
not-
YouTube.
No, I wouldn't. I'm not interested in anybody's personal information.
Well, yeah.
I have 350 videos up to prove I don't put up people's information.
Yeah.
Not interested at all. That's not what we're all
That
about.
was the only thing I was worried about.
But see, what we do is even policy, because let's say they put up a sign in here that says no cameras, no
Yeah.
video, no photographs. That's their policy.
Right.
And I'm not bound by policy. I'm bound by the law. So we follow the law. Policy is for people that signed that contract and signed up for that.
Hello? Yeah, I just told them.
But tell them we are going to be in there. I'm not going to stay out of there.
Okay.
He's going to make me want to go in there more if he's telling me I can't.
Yeah, kind of. Okay, so basically what they're saying is if you're telling them that they can't be in there, they're going to go in. Right. And that's what I told them. And this is the point that we're at now.
See, now they're going to put Aaron in a bad spot.
So, I don't know. What do you want to do? Yeah. Not necessarily. You guys are you refusing to leave?
You haven't asked me to leave.
No, you won't. Can you leave?
Are you asking me?
I'm asking you.
Yeah, no, I would respectfully decline the request, if that's the case.
Okay. So they're not.
I mean, I'm not going to linger around here all day, but I need to just finish what I'm doing and then we'll be on our way.
Okay, so basically they're going to stay here and finish what they're doing. They are not going to leave. I asked him to leave. He said no. I'm going to decline that, and he's going to continue to film until he's done.
So what did he tell you to do? Call the police?
No, she said, okay.
Oh, it's a she?
Well, this is a different,
Gotcha.
this is the manager of health and welfare.
So she said, okay.
She said, well, I told her what you guys said, and she said, okay.
Fingerprinting?
Fingerprinting? Right here. Actually, you could, are you walk-in?
I have an appointment.
Okay, just have a seat, and then they'll see you in the camera, and they'll come out and get you.
Okay.
So I'll tell you what it is. So that's kind of why we stand our ground, because what happens is in that situation, that's what I was just about to explain to you. When somebody hangs up a sign like that, that's not law, that's not enforceable. There is nothing that in a public place, the only way that you can be forcibly removed from a public place is if you've committed a crime. If you have not committed a crime, it's a public place, it's publicly accessible, and people can't pick and choose who they let in.
Right.
So that's the way the law works. So anybody can put up a sign saying, they can put up a sign that says nobody allowed in with white or mustard colored shirts on. Doesn't mean anybody has to listen to that. So that's a policy if they create a policy, but the policy is not enforceable on the public. The policy is only enforceable on the staff. And the problem that your manager is going to have is I'm just way too educated on the law and I know what I'm talking about.
Right.
And that's why, and I want you to see this as an experience that'll make your life easier in the future, because now you're going to have all this information going forward and you're going to find out what the actual situation is, and it'll probably keep you from getting in a bad spot. Because if your boss asks you to do something that's unlawful or unreasonable, then you could explain to them why you don't want to do it, or why you don't feel comfortable doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it is, that's the way the law works. Like, if, for example, if you said, yes, I'm going to call the police, right? I would go outside, wait for the police to show up, I'd have the conversation with the police, and they'd come in and tell you it's perfectly lawful for me to be here. And that you can't remove me unless I've committed a crime.
Right.
And that's why I'm trying to be simple with you too, because
Yeah,
you know,
I don't know the laws of like what is allowed inside, because this is their building.
well, who's building?
But it's a public building.
Right, it's
So
a public building. Who owns the building?
actually, the park owns the building. So if the park was to come here and kick you out,
Well, but who leases the building?
health and welfare does.
Right, so once Health and Welfare, which is a state agency,
Right.
right, leases the building, it becomes state property and it's public property, because whoever's paying the bills is in control of the property,
Right.
and the citizens are paying the bills here.
Yeah.
Right. So it's the same as walking down the sidewalk. If you're not violating the law, you have every right to be here. Now, if I just sat down in the lobby, started making myself lunch, and was hanging out and loitering around, that's a different story. But I'm here with an official purpose. I'm doing a story about the Health and Welfare Services building. And that's my official purpose for being here. And I'm not going to stay any longer than I have to, and I'm not going to stay any less time than I have to. And I think you understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the only thing I would have suggested to you was, I don't want to tell you what to do, or I don't want to put you in any position with your boss. It's your job. You got to worry about yourself first. But I might have, if I was you, I might have said, these guys are being very forthright with me. We're standing here having a conversation. They just explained to me exactly what they're doing. They have no nefarious intent. I'm standing here with them. I don't see any issues. You know, you could have expressed all that to her.
Yeah.
And maybe she would
I
have.
probably should have. But
Yeah,
that
so.
was more of.
But like I said, and the whole reason we're out here is to educate ourselves, as well as whoever else wants an education, because there's always, no matter how old you are, there's always something old to learn, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much what I do all day.
Yeah, same here. No, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. We're not looking to harm anybody. I want to be in this
If Thomas
state in a
comes
couple
up
days.
and talks to you guys, I think, you know.
Thomas is your boss?
Well, no, my boss is actually down in Boise, but he's the boss for this building, for all of Region 1.
Okay. And he's the one that said he didn't want us taking video in there.
Right, and he said that if they're not here to conduct business, then they should
Right.
leave.
Well, like I said,
Out of the law.
we are conducting business. You know, in order to be loitering, you have to be here without a purpose. So if I'm here with a purpose, I'm not loitering. But you know what we'll do? Not to linger around. I'll just go finish up what I'm doing in there.
Okay.
Walk around. If Thomas wants to come speak to us, I'd be happy to. But, and I will be completely honest with him. I'm not going to lie to him. I'll tell him you asked us to leave. You didn't order me to leave, but you asked me to. But you're a nice guy, and I appreciate you.
Well, I try to be.
Yeah. No, I know, and I don't want to put you in a rough position, but, you know.
I'll talk to them and we'll see how this goes.
Okay. And this says, welcome, please check in here. How are we doing?
Good.
Good.
Do you have any questions in here?
I was just going to look at your pamphlets. Are these supposed to be facing that way?
Well, it's basically if people have questions, we can offer resources
I got you,
outside of
okay.
state benefits.
Because I noticed they have all the public, well, there's some, but they have a lot of the public information
It's
pamphlets
the same
behind the desk.
information that they have all throughout the building. This is things that just exist within Coeur County itself.
Same pamphlets? Okay, cool.
Nothing that we truly administer.
All right, I appreciate it. Can I just ask what your name is and what you do here?
No, I'm not going to be sharing any personal information.
That's not personal, your first name?
Yes, it is. No, I will not.
Well, you're a public employee. That's why you have a badge on. I'm supposed to be able to identify you as a public employee.
I'm not going to be sharing information, so I'm just going to stop there.
All right, well, I won't be continuing the conversation either, man. Thank you. Appreciate you. That's a shame. Is this your desk?
Yeah.
Cool. You got your own parking space out there too?
Yeah.
I
So
don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Because you want to know what, like if you ever did have a problem with somebody, now they know what car insurance.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
So, I guess when you guys first came in, you talked to that lady,
To
the lady that was in here.
Oh, well, she wanted to have a conversation with me, and I told her I just wasn't having a conversation with her.
Oh.
She was asking me what I was doing, and I just said I'm doing what I do. And I went back to filming the architecture of the building. No, I'm not interested in talking to any of your clients.
Okay. Well, she got nervous and left, and I mean, that's something that's not gonna be good if you guys are in here. You're gonna scare customers away from
Well, like I
getting
said, I'm not
benefits.
gonna linger. Yeah. No.
You know, that's my only thing.
Well, see that, but that's the other thing. There's two sides to every coin, right? So that's the other issue is the staff here should inform them they're involved in a perfectly lawful activity. They're just doing what they do. They're not interested in your your private information.
Right.
You know, they can quell their fears. But instead, what people like this young lady that sits at station 1 does is exacerbate their fears and create a situation. You know what I mean? So that's not a good idea. That's unhealthy. I'm just here doing what I do, and not bothering anybody else. And I don't think anybody should be put into fear over a couple of guys with cameras. You know, there's a lot more to worry about in this world. The guys that are going to come here with nefarious intent and do something wrong, you're never even going to know they were here, and you won't even know they were filming.
I never see them.
I'm not trying to see.
I just get it. I just got to clean up their mess in the mornings.
Right, yeah. No, but that's why I mean, we have these big sticks. We're certainly not trying to secret ourselves. We're being very obvious that we're taking video.
Yeah.
You know, not trying to be covert about it. You know, it is what it is. It's a public place.
It is.
Yeah. And they do have the ability, if they chose to take these people into these interview rooms. They're deciding they don't want to do that.
Right.
So who's putting these people's private information in jeopardy? Not me. I'm in a public lobby. You know, they have the facilities to take them into a private room. I would suggest they do that. Just my humble opinion.
Right.
You probably agree with me. I mean, if you came here and you wanted to discuss your private stuff, would you want to do it standing here or in a private room?
That's true. Like I said, customer service is number one.
Yeah, well, and, you know, and I hope it really did, because you've given me a lot to chew on and a lot to think about, and I hope, same back, and I hope, you know, this is a fruitful conversation, and I hope we've, this experience positively affects, you know, whatever's going on in people's minds and decisions people make.
Right.
May not, you know, some people are just panicking and in fear no matter what goes on in this world anymore, but
Right.
that's a shame.
It is what it is.
It is what it is, exactly. So the last thing I'll ask is, and then I'll just do a quick loop around and get out of your hair. Has law enforcement been called?
I believe so.
Okay, because if law enforcement's been called, I don't like to leave before they get here. I'll wait around for them,
Okay.
have the conversation with them. I'm not gonna have them looking for me.
Oh, yeah. No, but, yeah.
All right.
I'm sure they have.
All right, cool. So let's, that's good. I'm glad we'll have the conversation with them. So we'll go outside, we'll wait for them. You'll probably be invited into the conversation
I'm
at
sure.
some point, I'm
At
sure.
some point, I will.
All right, cool. Well, and I'm sorry, was Aaron?
Aaron.
All right,
Yeah.
Aaron. So we'll probably see you in a minute or two outside.
Yeah.
All right, brother. And I also want to point out to you guys, this is why a lot of times I'm not saying I did anything wrong explaining myself to him, or that Aaron did anything wrong. He really wants to do the right thing, and he's between a rock and a hard place, and I get it. But a lot of times people leave comments saying, why didn't you explain yourself to the guy? Why didn't you tell him what you were doing? This is exactly why, because this is the result you get. So sometimes it's just not worth going through the whole conversation. Sometimes it is. I don't know. So we'll see how it goes today. Don't go away. You sure they called him? I'm sorry.
It's Coeur Police Department. It could take a while.
Oh, but they were definitely called.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Okay. Thomas called?
No, Michelle did.
Michelle's your boss at your agency?
No. Michelle, she's the the manager for like health and welfare, food stamps, and
Okay.
Medicaid.
Okay.
She's that manager. But I don't think Thomas is here. Is why he never showed up.
And I wonder what her reasoning is, her rationale. I mean, I could guess, but I wonder what her reasoning is.
I guess what they were saying is that when you guys were filming, one of the ladies got nervous and left, and so that you're filming them and you're scaring away the clients so that they can't get services. So that's probably what the police are gonna come at you with. That you're scaring the clients. So
Scaring the clients. But I was around the corner in a private, well, not private, but in a secluded hallway having a conversation with you.
I'm telling
See,
you
that's
how
what- see-
I think it's gonna be spun.
I got you. Well, see, but the problem is that's what we got going on in this country these days is feelings police. You know what I mean? No, seriously.
Oh yeah. Trust me, I know all about the feelings.
If
police.
people had to stop what they were doing every time I didn't like it, imagine that.
Yeah.
Right? Imagine if I just, my subjective opinion prevented you from doing what you want to do. I even said to him, oh, here we go.
I'll do it First Amendment stuff?
Yes, sir.
Okay, awesome, cool. Just curious.
You, viewer?
No, I'm not a viewer per se. What's the organization?
There's no organization. I just do it for myself. This is my
Or
son.
like YouTube or something?
Yep.
Or- Oh, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
What's your channel?
You have a pen, or you want to write it down on your phone? It's an old Indian name from the town I'm in New York.
What's
And I think it's imperative along those same lines to take each person individually and not judge a book by its cover. And,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I hear you there.
that's what we do.
Howdy.
Hey.
How are we, sir?
Yeah.
What's wrong?
Living the dream.
Living the dream.
I know that exactly.
So bad news for you guys.
What's that?
Cops aren't coming.
They're not coming.
No, they said there's nothing they're doing wrong.
Right.
So
Well, that's good news.
yeah.
That's not bad news.
Yeah.
No,
well,
you know what? I do enjoy when the law enforcement shows up because I like having this conversation with them.
Yeah.
Because I also think, like I said to you, it could help them going forward. You know,
Yeah.
any open dialogue and communication is beneficial to both parties.
Yes,
Right?
absolutely.
Yeah. But,
And that's all we're about.
yeah. I talked to Thomas and he said, yeah, the cop said they're not doing anything wrong. It's a public building. It's a public place. They can film all they want.
There you go. Well, I appreciate you on that note. But you know what that means? I got bad news for you now.
But
That means I got to go in and do one final
Oh,
loop
cool.
so it doesn't look like I was chased away, and then I'll
Oh,
leave.
come
I'll make it.
on.
I'll do you a personal favor and make it a quick one.
all
I'm just
right.
going to do a 1-minute loop around the lobby because I don't want to give the appearance that I was chased out. The people, you know, and think about what you're saying. You just told me from a legal perspective what the law is, right?
Well, yeah.
So the management here needs to fully absorb that and grasp that and realize that we didn't get chased away, because that's the whole point of what we do.
Right.
Right.
I'm with you on what you do. It's just not at my job.
Well, I got you. Well, no, but you didn't feel like we were doing anything wrong.
Well, no.
Law enforcement's now confirmed for you that we're not doing anything wrong.
I do.
All right, let's do a buzz through. I'll get out of your hair, and then nobody will probably be back to audit this place for a very long time.
All right.
You'll
Sounds
probably
good.
never
Well,
have to
I'm
do
the
it.
only security guard here. So.
Whatever. So you're here Monday through Friday, 9 to 5? 8 to 5?
7 to 5.
7 to 5.
Yeah, 10-hour shifts.
Well, at least they didn't put your name on the security guard sign.
Well, that's true.
Tell them you don't want
It's
that.
kind
if
of
you
nice
don't.
having my own parking spot because out of everybody in the building, I'm the only one with the parking spot.
There you go. Cool.
So,
Well, I'm glad that it. Who's the manager that called again? Margaret? Is that what you said?
Thomas?
No, the female. that called up on
Michelle.
it? Michelle. That's right. I'm glad she doesn't have a spot. She doesn't deserve one. Between me and you. And I hope that, so she's gotten the information that the police aren't coming as well, I guess.
I'm sure she probably,
Here, I'll hold the door for you.
after you.
Oh, see? Are you former law enforcement?
No, no.
I was going to say law enforcement guys don't like people walking behind them.
Oh.
And there's no customers. Right?
No.
You can't be bothering anybody now. Huh?
No, you're good now.
Is Michelle available?
I have no idea.
I just think it's important that she knows, because she could have, see, the way I look at things is she could have very easily quelled the young lady's fears that left instead of allowing her to leave. She could have just said that what they're doing is fine. They're not breaking the law. They're here just taking some video of the building. They're not interested in you. And when that comes from a person of authority, that client probably would have accepted that and felt much better about the situation. So who's really creating the fear? Right? I'm not asking a rhetorical question. I don't expect you to answer.
You draw the line?
So Michelle's not here? Or she's not willing to come out, probably?
Probably not. I would probably say no.
Can we maybe ask her? I'll talk to her through the plexiglass if she's interested.
I'll look.
I don't need to shake hands. I think it's important she knows what the deal is.
Yeah.
Because that's what winds up happening a lot of times. It's the staff at these places that wind up scaring the customers, and then, you know, we get the blame.
Totally, yeah, we're terrifying.
No, you're just ignorant and not a caring person.
You've chased 3 people out since you got here?
No, you've chased 3 people out with your fear and paranoia.
Nope.
I've done no such thing.
They specifically told me they were leaving because of you.
Did you specifically tell them we were here doing a perfectly lawful,
You haven't
constitutionally
specifically told
protected?
us while you're here, so
Sure I have. I explained in great detail to Aaron. You're just ignorant, like I said. You don't want to know what's going on. So enjoy your celebration of ignorance. She doesn't want to come out?
No,
Well, I'm going to let you get back to work and not tie you up in any more mess. She came back.
Yeah.
I guess she wasn't that afraid. Wow, amazing. That was the woman that complained that she was afraid and left.
All right, guys.
That went well.
So you saw how that went here in Coeur d'Alene at the Health and Welfare Office. The security guard, as you saw, seemed like a decent guy, and he understood we weren't doing anything wrong. But unfortunately, his higher-ups and the employees that work here are completely uninformed and misinformed about public photography laws and rights, and created a whole issue out of it. So you guys can let me know what you think in the comments. As usual, contact info is always in the description if you guys want to call up the health department, this building here, and let them know that you don't appreciate them trying to chase us away and calling the police on us and behaving the way they did. And you know, of course, I think the security guard did a fine job, so you can let them know that. And just if you want to, give them some constructive criticism, and hopefully they'll educate their staff, and hopefully the supervisors who wanted us kicked out will get educated too, and they'll learn something about public photography rights. So if you appreciate this video, you like what we do, and you want to see more videos like this, the best way to support the channel is to like, comment, subscribe, check out my other social medias. All that stuff really helps. Turn on notifications here on YouTube, and we're glad to be out on the road full-time in the RV, getting content for you guys and spreading the message. So that's about it for this one, guys. Let's try to hit 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. It's August right now, and see you guys on the next one. Out.